Life, in its beautiful complexity, often brings unexpected storms. Seasons of challenge that test our strength, our spirit, and our very resolve. We've all been there, right? Feeling tossed around by waves of uncertainty, wondering if we'll ever find solid ground again. But what if I told you that you don't have to just survive these storms? What if you could design a life, brick by brick, that not only weathers the tempest, but allows you to emerge from it stronger, more resilient, and with a deeper sense of who you are? This isn't about avoiding hardship. It's about becoming the architect of your own resilience. It's an art form, a practice, and today we're going to explore the blueprint for building that life. So, where do we start? The foundation of it all, the very bedrock of a resilient life, is your mindset. Think of your mind as the soil in which everything else grows. Is it fertile and open, or is it hard and rocky? A resilient mindset isn't about toxic positivity or ignoring the bad. It's about acknowledging the reality of a situation while holding on to the belief that you can influence the outcome. It's the voice inside that says, "This is tough, but I am tougher." One of the most powerful tools for cultivating this mindset is cognitive reframing. This means consciously choosing to see a situation from a different, more empowering perspective. Instead of thinking, "Why is this happening to me?" you can ask, "What can I learn from this?" Or instead of seeing a setback as a failure, you can see it as a data point information that will help you adjust your course. It's a subtle shift, but it changes everything. It moves you from a position of victimhood to one of agency. Practicing gratitude is another game changer. It literally rewires your brain to notice the good. Every day, take a moment to identify 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be monumental. The warmth of your coffee cup, a message from a friend, the sun on your face. This simple act anchors you in the present and reminds you that even on the darkest days, there is light to be found. Now, let's talk about our anchors in the storm, our relationships. Humans are social creatures. We're not meant to navigate life's challenges alone. Strong, supportive relationships are the lifelines that keep us steady when the winds of adversity blow. But here's the key. It's about quality, not quantity. You don't need hundreds of friends. You need a few people who you can be truly vulnerable with. The ones you can call at 3 a.m. The ones who will listen without judgment and celebrate your victories as if they were their own. Cultivating these relationships requires intention. It means showing up for others, practicing active listening, and investing your time and energy into the people who matter. It also means setting healthy boundaries. A resilient support system is one that uplifts you, not one that drains you. So take a moment to think about your circle. Who are the people who fill your cup? Nurture those connections. They are one of your greatest assets on this journey. Remember, asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength and self-awareness. It's acknowledging that we are stronger together. With our mindset as the foundation and relationships as our anchors, we need to talk about the vessel itself, you. Your physical and mental well-being are non-negotiable. You can't pour from an empty cup, and you can't weather a storm in a ship that's falling apart. Let's start with the basics of physical self-care. This isn't about extreme diets or punishing workout routines. It's about respecting your body. Are you getting enough sleep? Sleep is when your body and brain repair and recharge. It's fundamental to emotional regulation and cognitive function. Are you moving your body in a way that feels good to you? It could be a walk in nature, dancing in your living room, or lifting weights. Movement releases endorphins and helps process stress. And are you nourishing your body with decent food? Again, it's not about perfection, but about giving your body the fuel it needs to function optimally. Then there's mental and emotional self-care, which is just as crucial. In our busy world, it's so easy to neglect our inner landscape. This is where practices like mindfulness and meditation come in. Taking just 5 to 10 minutes a day to sit in stillness, focus on your breath, And observe your thoughts without judgment can dramatically reduce stress and increase your capacity to handle challenges. It creates a space between a trigger and your reaction, giving you the power to choose how you respond. Journaling is another incredible tool. It's a way to untangle the thoughts in your head, process difficult emotions, and gain clarity. Your journal is a safe, private space to be completely honest with yourself. And please, let's normalize seeking professional help. Talking to a therapist or counselor is like having a skilled navigator for your inner world. They can provide tools, strategies, and an objective perspective to help you through life's toughest seas. Taking care of your mental health is a profound act of self-respect and a cornerstone of resilience. So, you've got your mindset, your anchors, and your well-maintained vessel. But where are you sailing? Without a destination, even the sturdiest ship will just drift. This is where your compass comes in, your sense of purpose and meaning. Purpose is the why that gets you out of bed in the morning. It's what gives your struggles context and your efforts direction. For some, purpose is found in their career, their family, or their faith. For others, it's in creativity, community service, or a lifelong passion. Your purpose doesn't have to be some grand, world-changing mission. It just has to be meaningful to you. If you're not sure what your purpose is, get curious. What activities make you lose track of time? What problems in the world do you feel drawn to solve? What values are most important to you? Your purpose often lies at the intersection of what you love, what you're good at, and what the world needs. Once you have a sense of your why, you can set goals that align with it. These goals are the specific waypoints on your journey. They break down your larger purpose into actionable steps, giving you a sense of progress and accomplishment along the way, which fuels your motivation to keep going, especially when things get hard. Finally, we arrive at the one constant in life: change. A resilient person doesn't just endure change, they learn to dance with it. They embrace it as an opportunity for growth. This is the skill of adaptability. Think of a strong oak tree in a storm. It doesn't stand perfectly rigid. If it did, it would snap. Instead, it bends and sways with the wind, its flexibility being the source of its strength. To cultivate adaptability, we must let go of our rigid attachment to a specific outcome. Life rarely goes exactly as planned. When we face a detour, an adaptable mindset allows us to see new paths we might not have considered before. It's about being resourceful and creative in our problem solving. This also involves embracing a lifelong learning mentality. Every experience, especially the difficult ones, holds a lesson. The key is to approach these moments with curiosity rather than defeat. After a challenge, take time to reflect. What went well? What didn't? What did I learn about myself? What would I do differently next time? This process of reflection turns painful experiences into valuable wisdom. It transforms scars into sources of strength. You stop being afraid of making mistakes because you see them not as failures, but as essential parts of the learning process. You become a student of life, constantly evolving, constantly growing stronger. So let's bring it all together. Building a resilient life is an active, ongoing process. It's not a destination you arrive at, but a way of living. It begins with intentionally cultivating a growth mindset, believing in your ability to navigate challenges. It's about nurturing deep, supportive relationships that act as your anchors. It's about prioritizing your physical and mental well-being, ensuring your vessel is strong and ready. It's about finding your compass, the sense of purpose, and the goals that guide your journey. And finally, it's about learning to be flexible, to adapt, and to grow from every single experience. By consciously working on these 5 areas, you are no longer just a passenger on the voyage of life, subject to the whims of the ocean. You become the architect, the builder, and the captain of your own ship, capable of navigating any storm and sailing toward a life of meaning, strength, and profound purpose. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope this blueprint gives you some tools to start building your own resilient life. If you found this helpful and want to explore more ways to live with intention and purpose, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community. I'll see you in the next video.